Welcome to the Clock Hour. I'm your host, marvkinnel, and I have a very special guest on here with me today. We gonna call him Herm. My man Herm has been down with me and my people for years. Good to have you on board, man. But we gonna get on to something else. You had a situation a while ago, and the feeling is that it wasn't handled properly. So can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, I'll speak to you about one of the first situation. At the end of November, I had a situation where a young man actually shot at me.
Shot at you.
Yeah, shot at me, and it was very shocking. I didn't expect it because it was actually my girlfriend's son. I mean,
Okay.
we live in a neighborhood where parking's not too good.
Right.
So she would park at my home, man. So I'm telling you how the whole thing left. So
Right.
one morning, about 4 in the morning, the vehicle was started up real fast and it wasn't warmed up. So I woke up. So I called her immediately, like, what's going on? So she said that that it wasn't her. She was at home, but she was okay and don't come down here. And that, like,
Yeah.
me being a man,
Spark something.
this is my girlfriend. I'm headed down there
Right.
immediately. So I used my keys. I walked in. When I walked in, my girlfriend at the time is on the stairs, and her son's on the stairs. So they was having a discussion. I walked in on. So the young man spoke to me, and I did not want to speak to the young man.
Right.
So I basically dismissed him.
It wasn't his place.
Yes. So I spoke to my girlfriend. So I was speaking to my girlfriend. The young man said, he goes up the stairs and took a left into his room, and he comes out real fast, and he says, Herman, step outside. So me being me, I'm not thinking anything of it.
Right.
So I step outside, and I'm standing in front of him. I'm looking at him to see why we outside. His little brother comes from the back, which I didn't even expect, and he swings on me. Boom. The only way I remember because I had my earpiece in. So he swings at me, and I just caught him in midair.
So wait a minute. Hold up. Now, help me understand this. Now, this was a young lady you was dating.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We're gonna call it dating,
Yes.
your girlfriend.
Yes.
Now, she tell you don't come over here,
Yeah.
but you go.
Yes.
Now, you get to the part where the son, one of the sons go upstairs.
Yes.
So there's two sons.
Yes.
One of the sons go upstairs and come back down.
Yes.
Till you step outside.
Yeah. I step outside. I'm facing him.
Right. So
And the other son come from inside. I don't even hear him coming out, and he just swings. So
for what?
I don't know. So
So there was something had to transpire before you got there.
I have no idea what was transpiring. I was just going to make sure that she was safe.
Right.
That was my concern because like this is a working person, pays for her vehicle. Like we
Right.
know each other. Like so, I wanted to make sure she was okay. We look out for each other.
Right. So after that, he swung on you, and
the
you
little
ain't no
bro-
small dude, so
Yeah.
you know.
So the little brother swung on me. I caught him in the ear. I'm holding him there because I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Right. What's
So,
their beef?
Yes, and I don't understand. So I move my hand this way, the little brother falls, the other one falls. So the oldest, he gets mad, and he go jump in the vehicle. So he takes the vehicle and he drive it up the hill towards me. But I'm just like, what's going on with these kids? So I don't move. So he reversed and he does it again. The second time that he drives up the hill, I don't move. He opened the car door. He stands on the driver's side of the car over the truck and fires at me. And I'm in shock because his child is in the house at this time.
Now this one you hadn't even put your hands on.
No.
So, okay.
There was no.
Where is their mother and And where was
She,
all that?
at this time, when he's trying to run me over, she's like standing in front of me, but I'm trying to push her out the way because I'm not like, what's going on here? So that's what it was like. She's standing right in front, and I'm trying to put her away, and that's so. Yeah,
You know, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the situation
yeah.
because, you know, that if you really and truly don't know what's going on, you're like, well, wait a minute. So let me ask you a question. After he shot at you, where did he go?
He jumps in his mother's vehicle, and he takes off. So at this time, I'm shocked. I'm just like, still what's
Right.
going on? So I pick up my phone, and like I'm like, okay, when I get to my senses, I call 911, but they don't answer.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 911 don't answer.
They don't answer. So I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? So after they don't answer, I hang up the phone. I'm still in shock. I'm standing there. So next thing, Waterbury police truck starts driving down the street, and he's looking. So I start waving my hand like, "Hey, I'm the one that's getting shot at." You see me?
Right. So if you would have lived maybe the Bunker Hill area or Town Plot area, they would have responded, or I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either.
That's that's crazy, and out of all that time, you really don't know what's going on.
Don't know
Where
what's
the
going
beef
on.
come from?
Don't like like before this. But before this, I thought we was family. I thought it was cool. Like it was
Right.
all love. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it would never be no. You know what I mean? Like I wanted this young man to be a better man than me.
Right.
Because he just had a child, so I wanted him to be a better father. You know what I mean? Understand that what's going on out here, fathers is needed. That's what I was trying to get across to him.
So, okay, and you know, in my past, you know, rules of engagement, or you don't pull no gun on nobody unless you plan on taking them out. Was that to scare you? You think?
I don't know what it was, but that like I grew up in the north in Hartford.
Right.
So I heard it, I seen it. Like
Yeah. And you're looking at it like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on? You know, it's tricky because, you know, a mom and her child, like you, that was your girlfriend, that was, you know, that was your shorty or whatever, and then that's her son. A mom is gonna protect her son, no matter what. They're gonna protect their kids.
I understand that if someone's trying to harm him,
Right.
no one tried to harm him.
Right,
He asked me to step outside. I step outside. What am I stepping outside for?
right,
He asked me to step outside. He asked to speak to me. I didn't ask him to step outside. I didn't call him by his name. I didn't put my hands on him.
Right.
Never disrespected him.
right. So, so let me ask you this: what did she say was the cause or the problem? These is young cats, right?
Yeah, maybe more than 23.
They don't teach them and let them fight no more. That's why everybody shooting, huh?
That when you ask me to step outside, I'm thinking either we're gonna discuss something loudly,
Yeah.
or we're gonna be physical with
Yeah,
our
we
hands.
gonna square up.
If you would have told me you got a gun and you're gonna shoot at me, I would have never even been around you. I never even spoke to you.
Right.
You see me? So
So there was no disrespect prior
never,
to that.
never.
That's crazy.
Never.
And so the cops never came?
They came after the fact. They came and they was looking for a shell, and that was it. And like I got tired of standing there, so I went home.
So and they said nothing else
No,
after that.
After that, I never spoke to him. After that,
That's crazy,
that was,
man.
and that was my first situation.
Right. I know we spoke about the other situation, you know, after that, but you know, we gonna leave that where it lie. But you know, my thing is they different, man. This is a different generation, you know. Based on I came up in couple the projects, and if we had to fight, we fought. Even in the military, you had to fight, you fought. It wasn't no, you know, wasn't that many pistols and guns around, you know. So you fought, win or lose. You lose one, you live to fight another day. But I didn't understand. This the one you had put your hands around his neck.
That's the one that I put my hand around his neck is the one that came from the back and sucker punched me.
Oh, okay.
I caught him in midair just out of reflex.
So it wasn't him. It was
The
other
oldest
one.
one is the one that shot at me. And like I still don't understand why any of this was going on.
Right.
I don't understand why this young man swung at me.
And nobody gave you no kind of explanation. That's silly, man. You know, and you don't want to hurt him. You're older. You don't really want to hurt him, but somebody's looking to
Take
your life, man. So your only alternate route, and I'm glad you're still here with me. You know, you're going to end up hurting them or taking their life. Because once you decide to pull that piece out, you either gonna kill or be killed. Once you make that decision, or you know, or he was scared.
I don't know what it was, and I have no idea why he was scared because like I never showed him anything like that. I never came towards him like that.
Right.
So I don't know why he would feel like that.
Right.
I don't understand, and I'm still waiting to this day. That's why I'm sitting here because I still want to ask him why.
Right.
I still want what was the
And that's
problem?
giving him the benefit of the doubt instead of catching him off guard and taking him out of here.
I want to know why.
I respect that. You know, other people will look at it like, yo, what they say, that's a op. I'm in my 50s, man. I don't, you know, some of the terminology, I'll be like, yo, what is that? You know, but like I said, I didn't understand it. That's why I wanted to talk to you. I was like, man.
I don't understand either.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm a single parent, man.
I think you were scared.
Scared of what? Like, I'm telling you, I never gave this young man any reason to fear me. If anything, you could talk to me. I was the one that you could call. You should mean like I was there.
I'm gonna tell a story, right? So there was a brother I used to run with back in the 90s in New Haven, and he got shot. What it was here's the scenario. This other dude was creeping with this dude's baby mama, my boy's baby mama. So he ended up coming in the house, getting in the house. So the dude ran into the bedroom and ran up under the bed. So when he pulled the bed back, homeboy reaches, he reaches his hand out and starts shooting. He wasn't even looking. He said, Marv, man, I heard. He said he hit him, missed his spine by about an inch. He said, I heard the gun clicking after he ran out of rounds. So he got shot because the kid or the dude feared him. You know, he said he wasn't even looking. He just reached his hand out from under the bed and, you know. So him being on the other side of the car, I think he was scared.
But, okay. But now, like, let's talk about after.
Right.
Now, let's talk about somebody. Because I'm the man that was standing there
Right.
that seen the orange, the yellow,
Right.
that flame, that fire.
Right.
I seen it and it whizzed by my head. That was me. You
Oh.
see me?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I experienced. So now you want to talk about scared.
Right.
When you see that,
Right.
something like you see it. It's like yellow, it's orange, it's red, and you
Right.
see it leaving the barrel and it whiz by your head. I'm scared.
So he missed.
Mess my head.
Wow. And that's deep. So law enforcement kind of stalled you out. This was last year.
This was the end of November after Thanksgiving.
And you hadn't seen them since then until the other situation.
To the other situation.
Wow. That's crazy. God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
Because that's crazy. Because now, in your mind, this dude tried to take you from your child.
I have a 10-year-old daughter who lost her mother when she was 3 years old, so I'm a single parent.
Right.
So you are
I've been there.
Now, my daughter says to me, "Daddy, please don't go to the gas station."
Right. I've been there.
You know how that makes me feel?
Right.
So now I got to move just to be able to go to the gas station. My baby.
Yeah, feel like you're gonna be safe. Wow. And that's how can I put it? You know, I look at Waterbury. Okay, say for instance, I went to a wedding in DR. So I met some people from some other towns and cities around here. I was like, man, you ever stop at Waterbury, holla at me. It was like, we'll holla at you from the highway. They said, we ain't coming here. You know, this is where I was born and raised. You know, some people know me, some people don't, but I was born and raised here. And it's kind of sad. What my biggest problem is these drivers, man. I'd be like, where you going? It takes 20 minutes to 30 minutes to get from one side of town to the other side of town, depending on where you go. And, you know, people are in a hurry. You're up on my bumper, and then you go around me, and we end up at the light. So you didn't get no further than you was, but one car. People, just the way they're driving and the attitudes, and you know what? I think it goes, these are young folks. I think it goes back to the parents, man. The parents. They stripped them of their power. And I worked in the schools. The parents. Nobody's teaching them anything. I was in the schools as a sub, man, and all I used to do was sit there and listen. And I'm like, yo, ain't nobody teaching them nothing. They're learning from their phones. Mm-hmm. You have, I was talking to them about, you know, I like to travel, man. You know, that's my thing. I was talking to some students about Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. That was the one that they had put up on the media as to show the desegregation of the schools. So the school, I went to the school. It's beautiful. I went by there. I wanted to see it. So I was in Arkansas 2018, and I went to the school. So I'm talking to these kids about it. And they looked at me like I had 3 heads. I said, you guys got smart computers in the palm of your hand. You, and you. I said, look it up. Then when they Googled it, I said, Google this. You could Google pretty much anything now. So it's like, I think that we're losing a generation of kids, man, because nobody's teaching them anything. You know what I mean? When you know, I'm a date myself now. When I was growing up, that's like, there wasn't, if you had a problem with somebody from around the corner. You had a problem. You had a problem with somebody, your neighbor. You had a problem that somebody that lived at the end of the unit, right? Or you go down the street, you got a problem. Most of us around here went to school together. My age, that's like when we were on the highway, going where we were going. Did we have any problems?
No.
No, man, that's the generation, man. I swear it's the generation, and I think the parents. Your kids ain't out there doing nothing crazy, right?
No, man.
Because you taught them. My child ain't out there doing nothing crazy because I taught them. You know, once they stop teaching them what they need to know, they're worried about too much now. They're worried about social media. You got to put everything on social media, all your business. There is no need for it. Teach your kid. You want your kid to be a star on social media, see how many likes they could get. That's goofy, man. They're not teaching them anything. So now I'm going to go back to the young lady. What did she say to you after all that transpired, man?
What can you say to somebody after that? There's nothing to be said after that.
What? I mean, at least try to apologize to you and let me talk to them. You're the parent. She's the parent.
It wasn't none of that.
See? She's just as guilty then. I'm sorry to tell you that, but she's just as guilty. If you and my son get in a beef and he violated, I know he violated, we got to have a sit down.
It's none of that.
See? So she just as guilty. Even though she might have said, don't come over here now. So something was going on before you even got over there. Had to be.
But it's like, you tell me don't come over, like I'm the one that's taking the garbage out. These are grown men in the house.
See?
So I'm taking out garbage, I'm bringing in water,
Right.
carrying laundry. So it's like we're going to the grocery store.
Right.
So it's like that's how we was moving.
And they ain't doing nothing.
They not doing nothing.
See, I can't, you know, and that's the thing. You know, I was on the dating scene, and I was like, you know, I'll be looking at stuff, and I try not to say anything. It's the parents, man. Especially, you know, when you get the single moms and they're raising sons, it be those kind of situations. And you're looking at it, you're like, I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna see whether she say something. You know, but then she don't. So that's like, you just allowed that to happen to me. That's me looking from the outside in from your story. So she didn't try to make it right. Law enforcement didn't try to make it right. Nah.
So he's still out there doing
He's still out there.
He doing what he do.
Oh, so he one of them little wannabe gangster dudes.
You already know.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. Where do they go? They end up seeing me. I'm retired federal prison. I worked at the federal prison. You end up seeing me. I work for the state of Georgia Department of Corrections. You end up seeing me.
But that's why I don't.
Or you end up dead.
But that's why I don't understand. If you're so scared, what you think gonna happen when you end up in there? There's no guns in there.
No guns.
There's a lot of everything besides it. Everybody have an attitude.
Nowhere to go. You can't run. You can only hope the CO stop it before it get worse. You know what I told him before I retired? I said, look here. I ain't jumping in it. I'm not trying to break it up. Nothing. Said, y'all got beef? Y'all take it over there and wreck. Because I'm trying to get to the finish line. I ain't going to get hurt jumping in your situation. And then, you know, it was females before. So I used to bring them in the office. I said, don't write no checks that your behind can't cash. You know what I mean? That means don't set it off, man. Think I'm gonna run to break it up because you don't really want that smoke with this one. Or if y'all really want that smoke, go ahead. You know what I mean? Go ahead. I'm not, I'll say, stop it. But getting in it, I ain't trying to do it, man. But we gonna catch up and see where everything is a little bit later on, man. I just wanted to bring you on so that you know, there was some points that was made in what we were talking about. I appreciate you, my brother.
Thanks for having me.
Always. That'll be it for your, like I said, my show is for the people, by the people, about the people. And this one was about the people. My man Herm and what he experienced and what is playing out and has played out. And not speaking anything against the single moms or nothing, but I was a single dad myself. So I had to play a double duty, a double role in raising a child. You know what I mean? So a lot of times these kids are out here running ragged, man. I shouldn't even call them kids, but they're young adults, you know, doing the most right now, man. And then I don't even know what they call it on this driving side of things. But like I said, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Holla.